I guess I want to start with thanking the crowd for coming out tonight. We had a great crowd here, and I wish we would have given them a little bit more to cheer about. They were waiting. They wanted it so badly, and we didn't give them a whole lot to cheer about, especially on the defensive end. Very disappointed in our defensive effort. We started out good in the first quarter. The second, third, and fourth were not good. We gave up 46 paint points. We usually own the paint, and for us to give up 46 paint points is not good. Obviously, 16 turnovers is way too many. Gave them some uncontested layups and momentum, and they got some offensive rebounds at the key part of the game at the end of the game. So disappointed in our effort today, especially on the defensive side of things. Yes. But good team. I don't want to say anything against North Carolina State. They played really hard. They played great defense. They really did.
You guys were up 17-9 there towards the end of the first quarter. Did it kind of feel like when they got those last four at the end of the first quarter that you kind of let them off the hook? You probably could have had the lead a little bit bigger?
I don't know. I didn't think about it that way. I felt like we played a pretty good first quarter. No, I didn't feel that way in particular.
What was the most frustrating part about tonight for you?
We didn't play defense. I think it's pretty simple. No matter, what we do on offense, we could have scored more than 90 points and we still would have lost the game. It just comes down to defense, and we know that. And, no matter who it is, if we let them score that many points, we're not going to win the basketball game. It's that simple. So, we play good defense for one quarter, but you have to do it for all four if you want to win. So.
It just seemed like whenever, you guys would start making a run, crowd would get into it, just seemed like they continued to hit big shot for big shot. Was it just maybe not quick enough on the rotations? Was it communication breakdown? I guess what's kind of both your assessments of what happened defensively?
I think, there was a couple times where we didn't get the offensive or the defensive board, especially late in the game. I know they had two in a row there, eventually made a layup. I thought our ball screen defense could have been better. I think our help defense could have been better. Literally all of it. I think all of it just could have been better. And, I thought it was pretty good versus UConn, but then we come here on our home floor and it wasn't good at all. And that's the reason we lost. It wasn't anything other than that. We didn't play good defense.
What did they do to kind of clog up the middle, take Monica away?
Yeah, they had great help side. And that's one of our cornerstones, and we did not do it tonight. When you give up 46 paint points, you're not in help position, and we were not in help position tonight, and unfortunately, we paid the price for it.
Caitlin, it seemed like in the third quarter you were trying to pass the ball a little more, and then kind of had to go back to shooting a little bit more. How are you balancing that? Do you feel like, that, I know you're used to, you said several games over 40 points, but.
Yeah, I think whenever I score 40 points, we lose, so it's not something I want to do. But yeah, only 10 assists tonight, and that's not Iowa basketball. Yeah, we missed some shots, but at the same time, we could have ran our offense better. We could have got Monica the ball better. In the third quarter, I honestly was trying to penetrate and get to the foul line more. I think that's what I did the most, just because they were in we were in bonus more than half the quarter, I think. So that was kind of my focus in the third quarter. And then the fourth quarter, I was just trying to help my team get back into it. And then the only reason we couldn't was because we didn't get stops. We scored points, but we didn't get stops. And if we got a stop, we would have been able to get right there with them.
McKenna, just your thought about the defensive effort. Was everybody just a step slow or on rotation, or what happened?
Yeah, I think it was everything. I think we didn't have a sense of urgency. I think it was pretty obvious that we didn't have that sense of urgency. And, during UConn, during our other games, we're moving hard. And, if you make mistakes, that's fine. But having, that sense of urgency will help in help side or whatever it may be. But, yeah, I don't know. There was just kind of a weird dullness on defense, and we need to figure it out, especially because we go to Wisconsin, which is a much improved team. And we have some amazing opponents coming up, too. So I think that's just something we need to figure out as a team in practice.
Lisa, there were a lot of positives after the UConn game. And tonight, like you said, the defensive effort just wasn't where you want it to be. I guess you've been coaching a long time. What's the key to sort of righting the track? And is it easier to do that with, you have one of the most veteran teams in the conference.
Yeah.
How do you kind of right it?
Yeah, we're not really acting like it right now, and I don't know why. you know, you got to go back to work tomorrow. And, you know, stress, help side defense again, boxing out again. You know, it's just going back to it, going back to the basic skills of basketball and working on them. I mean, we just didn't pass the ball well either tonight. I mean, talking about a basic skill, I mean, how many times do we have to jump up and try to catch a pass? And we're not getting them in the shooting pockets, which, you know, doesn't, you know, we always say a good pass leads to a good shot, and we didn't have a whole lot of good passes tonight, unfortunately.
Several teams have been able to kind of limit Monica. What have there been similarities between what teams are doing, or
No,
and
this
then
was
how
a
do you-
totally different defense than what UConn did to us, and I don't know why we couldn't get her the ball tonight, honestly. I mean, they were on their back. I mean, why can we not pass the ball to a post when the post defense is on her back? It's maddening.
Coach, did you think, it seemed like Rivers and Johnson, I think they were 17 and 23. I think this might have been Rivers' best game so far since she.
Yeah, she
transferred.
averages 6, and she had 22.
Yeah.
She was.
How tough was that? Just
Yeah, I mean, anytime you do that, I mean, she was 0 for 6 from three-point range. Mimi Collins was 0 for 7 from three-point range, and those two go, they're 0 for 13 coming in this game, and they go 4 for 5. That's tough.
Caitlin, I guess for you guys, how do you not press or stress about back-to-back losses, some positives again from the UConn game, but how do you kind of keep the train on the track right now?
Yeah, I think going forward, we still have a lot of opportunities. You know, this is early in our year, and one loss, one win, that doesn't define you. We always talk about our journey, and this just being a part of our journey. A loss isn't the destination. A big win isn't the destination. You know, we know it's just a part of that, and yeah, we're disappointed. We know we could have been better. We know we could have played better, and we should have really won the game. But I think at the end of the day, you just come back to work and get better. You know, last year we had our ups and downs, so I think, you know, having that experience, obviously we didn't want to lose 2 in a row, but, you know, we have opportunities to beat really good teams. Wisconsin's great, and then we come back home and we get to play Iowa State. So, you know, we have a lot of opportunities to still show who we are and what we can do, and I know this group will do just that.
McKenna, obviously a big takeaway has been improving defense, but I'm just wondering what your thoughts are about rebounding.
Yeah, I think, you know, we were just kind of off key the entire night. I think we rotated slow, and then that would get us out of position for boxing out. And I think also boxing out is just complete heart. Kind of like what I was talking about earlier. I think it was just more urgency that we need, and that's totally on us. That's just what we need to work on. That's mental, and that's being locked in. So I think we just need to really take that into consideration and work on it even harder in practice, and then come out against Wisconsin, Iowa State the rest of the season.
Sunday against Connecticut, you got other contributions from not Caitlin and not Monica. Tonight it was different, obviously.
Yep.
Is there something you see where that's why it's been so inconsistent, or any way to get it going, I guess?
I don't know. I mean, Kate Martin goes 6 for 6 from three-point range in the last game, and then she gets 2 of them tonight. I mean, we're not hunting for people, you know? She was wide open the first play of the game. We just don't get her the ball. I mean,
Is there, and I don't mean to, but I mean, these are, UConn, losing back-to-back to UConn and NC State isn't exactly, I mean, those are tough foes. Is there
yeah, but we
something
want to be there
take
too.
out of that?
We want to be there too, and we're not right now. I mean, we're just not. And so we have a choice, you know, do we want to get better? Are we going to, you know, put in the effort to get better, or are we going to just stay an average team? Or maybe an above average team. I'll give us that, Mike. I'll give us that.
Thank you.